doing some gardening, so welcome to this episode. So I'm doing gardening for quite a few episodes now, and if you like those episodes you can subscribe. So today what do I want to talk about? Well, you see it in the title. I want to make another episode about basilic because it's time to do some other experiment. What are those experiments? Well, I took picture of the basilic which is on my balcony, so let's look at that. So we can see there are 3 white pots which are the pot I took from the job, which I will just send back at the end. And there is another green pot. And I want to make that statement. What is in the white pot is coming from the green pot. But there's a problem with the color. It looks very weird. The color with the basilic in the green pot is like yellowish green, and I suspect why it's like that. I'm back with the plant. So those white pots are coming from this plant, and this plant is not the best color in my assumption, and I'm not sure. I mean, I may be wrong. I'm not just a pro, I'm been the learner. My assumption is probably because I already used soil at the beginning, maybe that there's not enough nutriment, because if it's coming from the same plant, why those are super green while this one is like green yellow? But what I will do is that I'll try to extract this plant from this pot. I'm gonna cut like the bottom part. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna hurt the plant a bit, but that's really strong, man. And my assumption is that by putting some really great soil with enricher, it's gonna get greener. So I cleaned a little bit the place, and the first thing I want to know is it enough resistant to be able to extract the plant from the pot just by the main basilic plant? So let's try that. There we go. So what I said, I'm suspecting that those poor basilic, they don't have any more. And we can see that it's root everywhere. They don't have anything to eat, and then they just don't like that. So it's not a question of lacking of water because it's still very moist. It's, I believe, really a question of lacking any good soil. So let's just cut that part right here, and we gotta refill it with great soil, man. So let's try that. I just put a knife from my kitchen, obviously, and we're gonna cut it here. For one. Can feel that there's some rock. Let's be a bit more dramatic. Okay. Should not. It's quite very difficult. I don't want to cut my table. Well, my table is already ready scrap. Hey. Well, it doesn't look that without any nutriment value, but oh yeah, look at this. So I don't think that there's a lot of, there's soil remaining. Obviously, I'm gonna dry that and try to remove the soil, or try to remove the soil from the roots. But yeah, I will continue my experiment by filling that with new soil. You know, we'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, so I put some soil there. I don't know if it's gonna work. I feel like barbaric and just put it up here, and obviously the root has to transfer. But I think that the root will be going, ah! Like we're destroyed. But then when they're gonna see the rich new environment, they're gonna just, whoa, let's go and discover, like the American when they decided to go west for the gold rush. So yeah, I'll put some root facilitator. So this is designed to help the root to grow. So yeah, put that like this. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen then. Now I have to trim the other one. But but I'm gonna clean a bit the table. I'm back and I did the operation with this one and it gives this. So yeah, a lot less remaining. And let's see, I hope that the root will transition in the new very rich soil and that will just populate another and probably a last harvest of new stem. So I can try to hold on for a good period in the winter. Now I'm gonna just remove the stem from them to generate other basilic plant and think about it. I started from this, now I have all of them and I have even more than that because I bring one pot in the office already, but because of bugs they just almost died. So basically in 3 weeks I'm gonna have another sets, like I'm gonna be able to double. So yeah, it takes a bit more time than I thought, but imagine that if I started really soon in the spring, meaning like in March, to just put the plant, I would have like maybe, I don't know, something like 6 times that. So it would be incredible. So I'll do that for this as well. I'm gonna remove the stem to generate new plants. This is the harvest. C'est la récolte. This is the harvest of new basilic to put in water, to regenerate, so I'm gonna be able to fill 3 other pots like this. It's gonna be awesome. For this one, I decided to trim them really little, like lower than I expected I would do. I would expect that I was bringing those pots to the office, so for decoration, because nice basilic, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but obviously with that shape, it's gonna, I think, request 2-3 weeks to get in another good shape. As of this one, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think it's a mystery. So next step is to trim that and put that in a glass of water, and that's gonna be the last part of the video. So this is the final part. I put that in glasses. I'm gonna fill them with water, and in 3 weeks it's gonna be ready to be put in soil. Now, as of now, we are in the weekend of August 17th, so there's maybe 1 month remaining to the summer, and after that it's gonna start to freeze. So I'm gonna put that bag outside, This I'm gonna keep that inside, and we're gonna see at the beginning of fall what happened. That was Ben the Learner is doing some gardening.